Okay, so hopefully you saw that there are some videos in your drive and that maybe you've already watched the factors video. If you haven't, after this one, I would check it out. But this is the multiples video. These are the key things that you need to know: what a multiple is, common multiples, and least common multiples. Okay, you need to know how to find all of those. So we're going to give you a quick review. Maybe have a notebook and a piece of paper out to practice, and then this will hopefully help you study for the test.
All right, so if we are finding multiples, remember multiples we call skip counting. So we're counting by a number, and if we land on the number while counting, then we say it's a multiple. So if we're doing multiples of 3, we start with 3 times 1, 3, then we count by 3s. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30 are what they've listed. But we're going to remember that multiples go on and on. There's an infinite number of multiples, so we could keep counting by 3s and keep listing the multiples of 3 forever.
We're just going to write yes or no, just thinking. So you might know these really quickly, and some people might not. It says, is 24 a multiple of 8? In your mind, you should be thinking if 8 times anything can get you to 24. If you don't know this math fact off the top of your head, you can skip count. You would go 8, 16, 24, and then you would see that you land on it. So yes, 24 is a multiple of 8. It then says, is 42 a multiple of 5? Automatically in your mind, you should just say no, because you should know that 42 doesn't end in a 0 or a 5. So then you would have to not do any math. But if you need to count, you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and you skipped 42, so that is not a multiple.
All right, we can also look to list multiples. So you can find out if a number is a multiple of another number, or we can just be asked to list a certain number of multiples. So this is asking for the first 5 multiples. So we're going to count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
And you know that you're done, because if you do 2 times 5, you'll get to the last multiple, which is 10, or put lines under it and count. Like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiples. Double check that you got them all.
10, 20, 30, that's 3 multiples, 2 more, 40, 50.
And you know you're done because 10 times 5 is 50, and that's the last multiple, and you can count them, and there are 5 of them.
Counting by 6s, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 6 times 5 is 30.
And 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 8 times 5 is 40.
Done.
So just make sure you double check and count on the test or on a worksheet that you have it. All right, last thing is common multiples. It's the same exact thing as common factors, where you circle ones that they have in common. The only difference is that you are doing the least common multiple. The reason you're doing least common multiple is you could go on forever with multiples. You can't find the greatest common multiple. You'll do that math forever. So we find the least common. So it has the multiples of 3, and then it has the multiples of 4, and they listed them in order. They have a bunch, and you see those 3 little dots? That means it could go on forever, but they stopped at wherever the last number they did. Then they circled all of them. So 12 is a common multiple, 24 is a common multiple, and 36 is a common multiple. When they listed them out at the bottom, they put them in order from least to greatest, and then you have to realize that the least is the smallest one. So 12 is the least common multiple that they share. Okay?
All right, so if we were going to do a problem, it would look something like this. It would say, what is the LCM, or least common multiple, of 3 and 8? So I'm going to start by listing some multiples. Probably 5 is a good number to start with. 5 to 8 multiples, and see if you can find anything in common. So if we're doing 3s, I'm going to start with 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And if I'm doing 8, I'm going to start with 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. And we're going to see if we've come across anything in common yet. Well, doesn't look like I have too much shared yet, right? So I need to keep going. 18, 21, 24, up. It looks like I found a common multiple. So my least common multiple of 3 and 8 is 24.
Okay. If you would like to do a little practice with this in your reteach packet that you hopefully have, if you don't have it, log on the website, Think Central, and you can print it, is pages 33 to 37. They all deal with finding the multiples and the least common multiple. All right, let us know if you have any questions or anything, and good luck studying.